everyone, welcome back to my Tech Stack Learning channel. So in the previous session, I have explained how do you set up the Azure OpenAI and get the keys and use it within the Python form. So in today's session, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you guys what are the different ways to connect to the Azure OpenAI from Python. It could be using SDK, Python SDK, or it could be via REST API, like using request modules, or using by LangChain, or using by different modules like aiohtp, and also how do you use via Streamlit or in the FastAPI. Okay, so now let's first see with a simple SDK how we can connect to a Azure OpenAI. Okay, so for that I will be just creating a file here with OpenAI SDK connect. Okay, then what I'll do here is I'll just import the module, okay, Azure OpenAI from uh, OpenAI module. Okay, if you don't have a OpenAI installed in your laptop, please go ahead install with pip install OpenAI. Okay, we need OS because I have my credentials in the .env, so I need to use those from the environment variables. Okay, along with that I will also have to load the env, so I'll just put .env load .env. Okay, this is mainly used for loading the environment variables. So now I'll be calling this function to load the environment variables. Okay, now let's initiate a client, uh, Azure OpenAI. Okay, then we will give API version equal to os.get env of Azure Open. I have given all the variables in caps, so I'll just go ahead with Azure OpenAI version, and next I'm going to put Azure endpoint. I don't want this to be in caps. Azure endpoint equal to os.get env of. Okay, I have to just put Azure OpenAI and point. Okay, next I need API key equal to os.get env of Azure OpenAI key. Okay, these are the key things which we need to connect to Azure OpenAI. Okay, once you have this, first you can do it. You can call this chat completion uh, chat completion to call the OpenAI and get the response. Okay, so I'll just put client dot chat completions dot create of, right? Then I'll put what is that my input which I have to pass it to the model, right? So I'll set first a role. Okay, okay, then I will be just putting content as hello for now. Okay, it should give you hello, how are you? Okay, and it varies, it's LLM, right? So it can respond hello in different ways, right? And then I'll just pass the max token. This is that how much tokens it can take it, right? So each model has its own token size, so you have to see based on your use cases and the requirement, you may have to set it out. Temperature, for now I just want a complete randomness responses, so I'll just go ahead with the 1.0. If you don't want any randomness, very crisp and clear response, then you can go with the 0.1 or 1, whatever, 2, right, which is ideal. Okay, so now I'll have to also pass the model details here. Okay, os dot get env of Azure OpenAI deployment, which is nothing but GPT-35 turbo model. Okay, now I have this. So what I'll have to do now next is I'll just call this function. Okay, response dot choices of 0 dot message dot content. Okay, this is how you will have your response available once you call. So basically what we did, we have imported the required modules. We created an instance of Azure OpenAI in the code. Then we invoke via this particular function, and then we show the responses. So let's run and see. Okay, Python. Let's see if any errors, or is it responding straightforward. Let's have a check. Yeah, you can say, hello, how can I assist you today? Okay, this is the first way of connecting using SDK. Okay, so now let's see how do you connect via using a REST API. Okay, now what I'll create is I'll create another file called OpenAI API connect.py. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll copy paste these basic modules which is required. In our case, we don't need this Azure Open, so I'll just go ahead and put import request. We are going to use the request modules to call the API. We are not going to use the SDK here, right? So import OS, that is for our environment variables, and import JSON to format the responses. Then we will be using the same, I think I'll just put this. Okay, these two things are required for us. Okay, now what I'll do here is I will declare a variable called endpoint, which is nothing but I'll just copy paste the Azure OpenAI endpoint. Okay, os dot get env of Azure OpenAI endpoint. Okay, then we need what? API key equal to os dot get env of Azure OpenAI key. Okay, then I want deployment. So deployment equal to os dot get env of Azure OpenAI deployment. Okay, so we have these things up. So now we will have to form a URL, that is the API URL, which we have to invoke, right? So let's create that. Okay, so we will have endpoint. Okay, then we will have, this is the structure of our API which we have to invoke. Okay, it will be with OpenAI / deployments. Then we have deployment / chat / completions API hyphen version equal to, so the version at which I'll be using will be I'll use 2023 or 05-15. Okay, then headers we need to set headers equal to so content type equal to, this is a JSON, right? Application / JSON. Okay, then API sorry, it will be API hyphen key colon API. Okay, now we have this header set. Now what we will do is we will form a data. What is the input it should go, the way we have did in other, right? We have to form the data messages. So what I'll do is I'll just put like this role role equal to user. Then we have content equal to hello. So now we have the messages, and I'm just passing the temperature. Temperature colon, I just passed 1.0. Okay, this is what the input which I'm going to send. Now what I'll do here is, next I'm just going to invoke it. Response equal to request dot post of URL comma headers equal to headers, JSON equal to data, right? So I got this. Now what I'll do is I'll do a print of response dot JSON of, then I'll put choices of the zeroth element, and then what we will have, we have message, then we have content. Okay, so now let's try to run and see how is it working. Okay, Python OpenAI API. Okay, you can see hello, how can I assist you? This is the second way of connecting via REST APIs. Okay, so now let's see how do you connect this using the LangChain with Azure OpenAI, right? So let me create a file called OpenAI LangChain connect.py. Okay, so here what, again I have to just import some of the common modules which we need, right? From .env import load .env, then we have we are loading the environment variable. This is all required basically. Now since here we are using the LangChain, we will be using LangChain community dot chat models import Azure chat OpenAI. This is the model which I'm going to use. So now what we will do here is we'll create an instance of Azure OpenAI. Okay, so what I'll do, deployment name equal to, we have os.get env of, then Azure OpenAI deployment. Okay, this is what my one of the way we have to connect. Then I need Azure endpoint equal to os dot get env of, then Azure underscore OpenAI underscore endpoint. Okay, then we have OpenAI API key equal to os dot get env of, we have Azure OpenAI key. Okay, this is what I have it in my things. And then we have OpenAI API version equal to os dot get env of Azure OpenAI version. Okay, this is how I set it up for this. Now let me see, let's call this way. Okay, llm dot predict. This is the function which is basically used to invoke the OpenAI using the LangChain. Okay, so I'll just print response. Let's see how is it working. So what I'll do here, clear Python some. So here I have not given the. Come on. Yeah, you can see it has given the response as how can I assist you. This is how you can access via LangChain. Okay. Okay, now let's see how do you connect via using the async module called aiohttp. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and create another file called Azure OpenAI AIO. Sorry, one sec, the meaning is wrong. OpenAI AIO connect.py. Okay. Now what I'll do here, I need a module called aiohttp. Then I need import Async. Then we have import JSON. Then we have import OS. Okay, this is required for our loading thing. All right, from .env import load env. Okay, then we'll call the load env. Okay, then we'll create a async function called diff fetch completion. Okay, then we will have endpoint equal to os.getEnv of Azure OpenAI endpoint. Okay, then I will have URL equal to f. Then we will have OpenAI deployment. Then we will have Azure OS. I'll put the deployment also here. Okay, I'll put deployment. Then we will have Azure OpenAI deployment. Okay, then I'll pass this here. Deployment. Then I will have /chat completions of API version equal to 2024-12-01-review. Okay, my URL is ready. Then what I'll do is I'll take the I'll create a headers. Okay, headers equal to content type colon application JSON. Then we will have API key os.getEnv of Azure OpenAI key. Okay. Okay, this is done. Now we will have data equal to. Then we will have to create a payload, right? What is that messages we are going to pass? So we will have role equal to user. Then we will have content wait, it should be outside. This is my mistake. Equal to hello. Okay, Then I'll put temperature equal to 1.0. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll just this is all we have, right? Now I'll do is async with aiohttp dot client session as session. This is how you have to initiate the connections. Okay, async with session dot post of URL comma headers equal to headers, JSON equal to data as response. Okay, then we have result equal to await res dot JSON. Okay, then wait. Okay, then we will have print of result of choices, right? The first element 0, then we have message, then we have content. Okay, now we will do what? Async q dot run of fetch function. Okay, this is how we run it. So let's run and check how is it working. Python OpenAI AI .env. Okay, cannot import from .env import. Oh wait, it's .env. It should be like this. All the corrections while typing. Hey, was expected, got there is some errors. Async q dot run fetch completion. Oh, says choices, result of choices of 0 dot message content. Looks like it's not able to find the key. Let's try to print. Okay, let's see how is it working. Oh, temperature spelling issues. Okay, let's take down. Here you go. It has given you how can I assist you today. Okay, this is how you can use the async function. Okay, now let's see how do you have the Streamlit app where you can just create and just chat in the UI, right? So let me create one called OpenAI Streamlit. Connect.py. Okay, so here I'll do the same whatever we need. Here additionally what we need is as S3. This is the model which I need for the Streamlit application. Then I'll import as usual some of the common modules we need for our OpenAI commissions. Here I'll be using SDK. Okay, SDK within the Open Streamlit to connect. Then I'll use from .env import load .env. Then we will have this. Okay, then we will create, so I'll just copy the client which we had created here for the SDK, right? So I'm just copy pasting the same client what we have. Okay, just putting it here. Then what I'll do is now I'll just create a title for my uh, title title for my Streamlit. Okay, chat with Azure OpenAI. Then I'll put user input equal to st dot text input of ask any questions. Then what I'll do, if whenever user input is provided, right, what I'll do is response equal to, I will be I'll just again copy paste from the same. Okay, I'll just put same thing, I'll copy paste here, and instead of messages the hello, what I'll do here is I'll just put user input. Okay, then what I'll do is I'll just show whatever the response it has come. Okay, response dot choices of 0 dot message dot content. Okay, so now here I will just the way we run for Streamlit is we'll have to use Streamlit run OpenAI Streamlit. Streamlit run OpenAI Streamlit. Oh wait, I just do this. File does not exist. Why does it doesn't exist? Oh my, okay, I just provided a wrong file name as well here. Okay, now let me clear this and then run it again. You can see it has opened, and now name response is not defined. It is giving, okay, so now name response is not defined, so it's because of this. Let me reload it again. So let me start. Let me stop this. Okay, one sec, let me kill this. Okay, it stopped. It's a bit slow, my system is a bit slow. Still says response is not defined. Why? Oh, one sec. Okay, so formatting is a little wrong. Okay. Let's see what is the issue now here again. Response is equal to client dot max tokens. That's the mistake. Now I'll say hi. Since it's running, it has responded you back. Okay, this is how you will be using the Streamlit. Okay, so now let's see how to use the fast API to create an API on top of our current SDK based code. Okay, so what I'll do here, which OpenAI underscore fast API dot connect dot py. Okay, so from the Streamlit, majorly I'm going to take the entire code, okay, whatever we need. And additionally, what I need here is I want from fast API import fast API. Okay, so rest all I think it will be more or less same. Okay, now what I'll do is so I'll cancel it. Okay, so now what I'll see is I'll just create a route. Okay, get of ask. This is my endpoint. Okay, then I'll define ask of prompt colon steer response equal to, I'll just have the same code what I have used here. No? Same thing, I'll use it. Instead of this, I'll be putting prompt. Okay, then I'll put like return response colon response dot choices of 0 dot message dot content. Okay, this is how you will be calling your Flask API. Looks like some issue with this. Let me kill this terminal and I'll start. Okay, now what I'll do is Python OpenAI fast. The reach. Okay, I missed to declare the fast, so it should be fast API. Just a second. Okay, so now let's run this fast API and see how is it responding. You can see UV open fast API connect colon a app reload. This is the command which you have to use to run the fast API. Now you have the fast API. Now I will be creating testing it with the curl. Okay. HTTP 127.0.0.0.1. It's running on this 8000 port. Then ask. Then I'll put query pattern equal to hello. Okay, so this one will give you the response as hello, how can I help you today? This is the last way of handling the exposing the code back to your fast API. Okay, so I hope you guys have a good understanding now how to what are the different ways to connect to the Azure OpenAI, either via the SDK, the HTTP request modules, or via async way, or via how do you get the layer of Streamlit for UI to chat or expose your code back to the fast API. I hope you like my channel. If you need a specific more examples on the same line, please do put it in the comment box. I will be surely happy to help you guys. If you like my channel, please like and subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next session.